Hey, good morning. I'm going to start off right quick by talking about the band Opeth from Mikko over in Finland. Last night on the community forum, some talk. There was some talk about Opeth and the new album Heritage, and a lot of fans don't like it. They want the old style. My comment was that this new record was made for old farts like me. But what I really think is this, and I have it, the lenticular on CD. I really like a lot of this. I'm going to show my Opeth records, but I'll make this comment right away. Coming from someone who makes music, I'm going to give this perspective. I think that it's hard for a fan to understand sometimes the perspective of the person making the music. Now, I'm not saying I know this, but this is what I suppose. Michael Ackerfeld started making Opeth music, or rather hard rock music, as a teenager, 16, 17 years old. So he's come of age in this band. He's been doing it for 20 years. He was a boy when he started. He's a man now. Not everyone stays the same. There are some people who go through adolescence and continue on that path throughout their life. There are some bands that are 20, 30 years later still doing what they did as teens. Apparently, Michael Ackerfeld sees himself differently. I kind of see that about him. I see him as seeing himself as being a refined artist, one who is maturing. And I can also see for him that it's probably a personal goal that he place himself amongst the pantheon of immortal progressive rock bands. I see this album as a move in that direction. It's not there yet. As I said last night, rather than this whole album being really good, it has moments of brilliance. And so my thought to Michael is, God forbid he's not free to be an artist. God forbid that he would be chained to the expectations of the fans. I really think that if he wants to growl some more, he will. But I would hope that he has the freedom to do that, just like the fans have the freedom to stop buying what he's selling. And it's a big risk on his part. I, for one, commend him because he has established a career and a life with Opeth, the way they've done things. But if he's going to be free as a human to flourish as a musician and artist, he must be allowed to follow his own muse. And if that stops him from growling, so be it. If he goes back to growling, all the better for the fans that love it. So I didn't just get turned on to Opeth. I've been aware of this band the whole time they've been around. But when I first heard this, I thought it sucked. And to this day, it still sounds amateurish to me. It's hard to get into. But now I love this. This is the back on black version. Just a gorgeous reissue. Look at that. So I occasionally go back to these. And what I can tell you is this. Every time I go back to the early Morning Rise and Orchid, it sounds better to me. Okay? So I think that's really what it takes, is just because I'm going back and I'm hearing the beginnings. One thing is for sure, and don't even try to defend it. Michael Ackerfeld's voice is terrible on these early albums. In and out of pitch and shit. God, dog, bad. Okay, so here, back on black, reissued Morning Rise. Years ago, I saw this as a double picture disc, and I wanted to buy it so bad I didn't. It's long gone now, but I think I would have been disappointed had I bought it at the time because, again, still, this one to me is one that still, the building blocks of the band, to my ears, are still not intact. And it distracts from my ability to enjoy this record. Of course, now that I've said all this, when I'm done with this video, I ought to put one of these on and see what it goes like today. Here, things start to come together. Is this My Arms Your Hearse? Yeah, this one, to my ears, is when it starts to rock. This one is on, I have to look. I don't know if this is on colored vinyl or not. But to my ears, this is when it starts to gel. This is when things start to come together. My Arms, Your Hearse. Interesting title, too. Is this on colored vinyl? Yeah, it is. Some blue vinyl. So a really nice job was done on these reissues. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't have my favorite on vinyl by them, which is Still Life. That is my favorite in the long term. This one I played the most over and over and over and over again. I love this album. In particular, I have a couple of real favorites on here. Moonlapse Vertigo, I just love that. And Serenity Painted Death. Those are two of my favorite Opeth songs, period. I just love those songs. And this is the Peaceville. My booklet came loose, but it's got the CD and the DVD. Is this Peaceville? It might not be. It's probably a reissue. Peaceville, yeah. Yeah. So I've seen this on vinyl for $100, no less. I'd like a copy. It is the one lament about not working, is that I don't have the cash to blow on all these cool records I'm seeing people show. Here's the one that really got me. Blackwater Park. Now, I kept hearing or seeing the video for Harvest. Didn't like it at first, you know. It wasn't until I heard the Leper Affinity that I said, oh, something's going on here. Blackwater Park is killer. Damnation, this is the quieter of the two. You know, they made these at the same time. And the one that I love is Deliverance. Love this one. Love me some Deliverance. The last one I have on vinyl is Watershed. And this one, to me, I thought was interesting that they were able to go commercial and still be Opeth at the same time, because this album supplied the commercial song they needed for MTV and stuff, but they still sounded like Opeth. Love it. Besides those, I bought the box set live. Thanks again, Cool Ranch Dressing, for telling me about this. I got it for $50 last Christmas when they were trying to dump these babies. I think what happened was the interest in this box was not what they originally thought it was going to be, and they got saddled with a bunch. I also have Ghost Reveries on CD. I have not seen the vinyl ever. I'd love to have it on vinyl. I like this album a lot too. Really like Opeth. And for my taste, it's the music, it's the riffs. I love his riffs. Here's Watershed, the limited edition version that comes like in this thing that seals with a flap. And I don't know what I was about to say, but here's Opeth. Here's the Loyal Disharmonic Orchestra. Really nice package. Really, really wonderful. I think what I was going to say is, you know, I do like heavy music, but in general, the vocals, just, you know, a lot of vocals in music, but just I could do without, you know, just play the music. Just, you know, a lot of times I wish people just shut up and just play, because we just say the same things over and over again, and it's like I'm at this point. It's like, so what? Just shut up. Here's the Record Store Day single that the Throat of Winter. One-sided, I believe it is. Yep, one-sided, etched. There you see it, the big old. And the only other thing I have to show for my Opeth catalog that I can think of right away is this album where by Catatonia on CD, where Michael Opeth is a guest vocalist. So I just wanted to show that. Have some other thoughts to share. I may make another video.